Okay, here is a little video to help you with Mountain Mist, our challenge piece. So in this piece we're thinking about two things. We're thinking about playing sharps. The whole piece is notated with lots of sharp symbols. And our main key note that we're playing is F sharp. So if we find our F, an F sharp is right next door. We've got 3 F sharps that we've come across in this piece. The left hand F sharp down here, which I'll put the turtle on. And then the right hand plays an F sharp actually underneath middle C. This is middle C here. And it also plays this F sharp, which is kind of an octave and a bit above middle C. So there's 3 different F sharps in this piece. And the right hand also plays some other sharps too. The second we're thinking about is the radar wrist, our new technique, which is where our arm and our wrist is going to follow the finger that's playing. If I grab a pencil quickly from my pencil case, you can see as I play some right hand notes, that my arm is changing angle to follow my fingers, rather than keeping my arm fixed and just playing with the fingers. We get a much better sound and it's much more comfortable for us to play with that movement from side to side of the wrist and the arm. So we're going to be looking at that a little bit in the right hand. Okay, I'm going to play the whole thing for you nice and steadily. You may remember that we had the sustain pedal on, which is the pedal on the right, and we also had the una corda, which is the pedal on the far left. The sustain pedal or the damper pedal will make the notes continue even when our fingers come off the keys, and the una corda makes everything just a little bit softer. It dampens everything down just a little bit. On my acoustic piano I have an upright piano, which is the sort with a tall back. On this one it just brings the hammers a little bit closer to the strings so that they don't hit them quite so hard. Okay, I'll play it through and then we'll talk through the patterns. Okay, so the left hand you sight read for me beautifully in the lesson. It's just this F sharp down here. I know we haven't read quite this low in the bass clef yet, but if we go to middle C, it's about an octave and a half below middle C. We'll find that F sharp, and you can read those rhythms. We talked a little bit about the fact that it was staccato even on long notes, and we talked about just making this gentle drop and bringing it off. Even with the pedal on, it makes a slight difference to the sound. May or may not be picked up on my microphone. Let me play long ones and then contrast them with my staccato. Just gives this gentle kind of ding sound. So that's what's going on in the left hand. Okay, the right hand, we had 2 kinds of pattern. We had a low pattern, which is just underneath middle C here, written with a bass clef. And then we had a high sort of a pattern written above middle C on this F sharp. So the low patterns either go F sharp to G. We're going to use our soaring bird motion to join those up. Some of them went G sharp to A sharp. And I think we marked those on your copy, so you'll be able to see which are which. If we put them with the left hand, they coordinate like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that one more time. G sharp. Okay, let's look at the high patterns. So the very first high pattern, which comes at the end of the top line, we're going to start with this F sharp with finger 5 on here. And I'm going to use the finger 5, 2, 3, 5, and then reach down to my G sharp using my radar wrist. And next door. So I'm playing F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. And I'm looking to make those as smooth as I can. The pedal's on, so it will join them up for us, but as smooth as we can make them. And I want this wrist to come round to find those notes, that we're not in this outstretched claw kind of position. Okay, the next high pattern comes kind of halfway through the second line. It's nearly the same, starts the same. This time we land on the G sharp and stay there. The next high pattern in bar 16 is just the same as the first one. Now the last high pattern in bar 21 we haven't looked at together yet. We ran out of time in our lesson. I'm going to show it you now just so you've got it on the video for when we've looked at it. This time it doesn't start on a F sharp, it starts on the C sharp, which we had the finger 2 on. I'm going to play C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, down a whole octave to F sharp below. This octave jump, you don't need to stretch it, you can break that, your hands will probably not big enough to stretch that yet. I'll play that pattern one more time. And then the very last high pattern, which again we've not looked at yet, but I might as well show you on the video, then you've got a record. The very last 2 bars. Again, I'm starting on that C sharp. We have read this C before. It's silly C, and it's an octave above middle C. So you may be able to read that one. And then down to an A sharp to finish. So that's all the patterns. Have a go at them separately this week, and we'll see if we can put it all together in one long stream next week.